Hey everybody, Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. Thank you so much for watching. I'm here today to do a full review of the Eliza Jane property. This is a Hyatt property located in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's part of the Hyatt Unbound collection. My wife is actually trying to get the Brand Explorer Award this year by staying at 5 unique brands within the Hyatt family. She'll receive a Category 1 through 4 free night certificate. We use 2 free night certificates on this stay in order to stay here. The average nightly rate is around $300. Right across the street, you'll see the Chophouse. We'll get to that a little bit later. I'm going to take you inside and let you see what that looks like. But before we do that, let's go ahead and walk inside the property. So we're going in. The flooring is very nice, by the way. When you turn to your right-hand side, you're going to see the check-in area. And first of all, the service there was fantastic. Everybody was very friendly. And if you're not familiar with New Orleans right now, they are under a lot of restrictions in terms of mask policy and showing proof of vaccination. So we did have to show our vaccination card here, and we were presented with 2 room keys that had red stickers on them indicating that we had shown our vaccination status. And we were told that we needed to show those key cards with the red stickers to the breakfast area to show that we could come in and have breakfast. And this is the breakfast area here. I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but this is the door that you go into here, and you can see some of the signage here, again, just indicating before you come here, you need to be aware of the policies of Eliza Jane, and also just be familiar with New Orleans policy. Once you go inside, you do have all of your coffee set up. Everybody has to have coffee, right? And then you have your juices as well. They serve breakfast from 7 to 11 in the morning, so a very late breakfast. I guess people that are staying in New Orleans don't wake up super early the next morning. Geez, I wonder why. The food was actually very, very good. The skillet potatoes and these grits. I'm usually not a grits person myself, but these were actually very good. They had sausage and bacon. We got there about 10:30 and they were starting to run a little bit short on the food, so what I'm showing you now is them just filling this up. But it was starting to get a little sparse on the food, so they had to run several different trays back up to make sure everything was replenished. And there were people waiting around, but I don't think that that's indicative of the entire experience here. I think it was just a fact that we were coming in pretty close to when they were closing down. So you have your bread area, your fruits, you also have a yogurt station, and then an oatmeal station. And most importantly for breakfast in New Orleans, I'm convinced that everybody goes to the bar in New Orleans. So you can actually come in here and get your day started off, or just finish off the day that you never stopped having the day before. I don't know. But you can get your mimosas, you can get Bloody Marys, whatever you want, basically. It's going to be here at the bar. This area here is being renovated. This is part of the breakfast area as well. And by the way, that was a buffet breakfast. This is going to be more of a specialty coffee area where you can come and sip your coffee and relax in some nice comfortable chairs. Alright, so if we're coming back out to the main area, we've walked through the front door. On the right, you've got this check-in area, and on the left-hand side, you've got the breakfast area. But if we keep walking straight ahead, you'll notice there's quite a bit of space here. All right, this is actually where I watched part of the Super Bowl this year between Cincinnati and LA. There were a ton of areas for seating. And to be honest, there were actually people here most of the time. I actually caught it, I think, between the 5-minute period here where nobody was out here, but there was usually someone here all the time. And the bar area is very big, so I mean, you don't have to worry about a seating area or anything like that. There should be plenty of seats. And walking over to the right-hand side, you've got this kind of library feel place. And if you'll look, you'll have a bunch of books on the wall, which is important because when you go on vacation to New Orleans, you'll want to make sure that you have books to read. I guess. I'm not 100% sure. But again, a lot of area to sit. The fireplace there, I'm told, does not actually work. I never saw it functioning myself. It's more of a decorative piece. And just for my peace of mind, I had to see if these books are actually legit. Are they decorative books? Can you pick one up and read them? These are the things that you want to know. I know that. So let's open this one up. And indeed, you can read these books if you want to. So there you go. Here's a shot of the bar whenever it is open. So what you were seeing just a couple seconds ago was of it closed, but it is a pretty well-stocked bar all in all. It never felt overcrowded while I was here, even during the Super Bowl, which was really nice. I was happy to see that. And the bartending staff was very, very nice. They have a good menu, but then you can also just order whatever you want, just like a standard bar area. You've got some places here where you can do some work. There were some desks where you could plug in a laptop if you wanted to. Some more lounge areas, but one area that I thought was really neat, and you can actually come out here and eat breakfast if you want to. If you come out these double doors, you'll kind of get into an indoor-outdoor area where it really does feel like you're indoors until you look straight up, and you'll notice that it's an open-air setting, and you'll see that in just a second. But this is a very relaxing area. That piece in the back with the white statue is a fountain, so you'll have this running water kind of sound in the middle of New Orleans, which is really, really interesting. And you can see there's just all kinds of really cool nooks in here. A lot of places to eat if you wanted to go, again, and take your breakfast, bring it out here, and just relax. I didn't see any fire pits or anything like that you'll typically see at some larger resorts. Didn't see anything like that, but again, you have this fountain here that has the running water behind it, and it does give you a very relaxing kind of atmosphere as well. And as we're looking straight up, you'll see it. You'll see the sky there somewhere. There's a lot of buildings around, but it is an open air atmosphere. The weather when we were here in mid-February was somewhere in the 50s, low 60s sometimes. So the weather was pretty good to be able to sit outside without burning up. New Orleans does get very hot, so it was nice not to sweat while you're out there. And if you walk across the hallway from that double door entrance, you'll see the 24-hour fitness center. I was actually very impressed with this. I didn't expect it when I went inside. It's a lot bigger than most places that we go to. And again, for this being an older building, you don't think they'll be able to, retrofit it with such a large workout area room, but they were able to do that. So if you want to get a workout, if you want to sweat out any of the cocktails that you may or may not have had the night before, there's plenty of room to do it. It is worth noting that, like most hotel properties we stay at, I never saw anybody go in here, and I certainly only came in here just to get the video, all right? Now let's move on to the room. We use 2 free night certificates here to stay at the Eliza Jane. My wife is a globalist, and as part of her globalist status, we did book a standard room. However, we were upgraded upon check-in to a suite that we were told didn't really have any windows, didn't have any light coming in, but I didn't experience that at all, so I'm not sure what they're talking about. If you look down here, you can see all the way to the bar area on the bottom floor here too, so pretty neat. There's a couple different windows, even though we were told that there were no windows in the property. So you can see the one to the right-hand side of the door here. You can open that up, and it's like an outside window because the light from that top level comes straight through to that window. So let's go ahead and open up here. Again, this is a 2-queen suite room. And there's my wife there. She's working on something, I'm sure, very diligently. I don't know if she is or not. But the space in this was very, very nice. It was a lot larger than what we expected, okay? So over to the right-hand side, you've got, your lamps and shelves. We didn't really use that as much, but you do have your coffee maker with your coffee maker pods if you want to use that. Underneath the coffee maker, you will find the refrigerator. So it does come with a refrigerator. That is always helpful when you have extra food left over, extra drinks or something like that. And then on the right-hand side of that was just some shelving units. We, again, didn't really use that. We weren't staying here long enough. This was only a 2-night trip. And if anybody's curious what kind of free coffee you get, because that's the important stuff, right? We need to know what kind of free coffee you're getting. It looks like New Orleans dark roast coffee. There you go. All right, now here's the window I was talking about. It's just like having an outside window because that light is very, very bright coming from the outside. Trust me. And here is the bathroom area. As soon as you walk in, it's on the left-hand side, and you'll have a Jack and Jill style door access to the bathroom. The finishes in here were really neat. The colors complemented each other very well. The goldish colored trim went really well with the color of the flooring and then the color of the countertop. One really important piece, as you all know, we need to know what kind of soap we're getting here. This is the critical information, and it looks like Bigelow Apothecaries. Okay, Bigelow Apothecaries. I'm sure it's fantastic, but I know that you would want to know that. And you got some artwork on the wall here. Again, everything was laid out very tastefully. It felt like the room, and actually the whole facility itself, had some personality to it, kind of an older style personality, but with modern finishes and updates. It was really a cool combination of everything, and you can see the tiled shower floor there. Just a really cool setup, and again, let's take a look and see what's inside the shower, because you want to know this. I know you do. All right, you've got your shampoo conditioner. This is Bigelow. I'm not familiar with Bigelow, never heard of it. My 2 cents is it was good stuff. And then also with the shower, you do have 2 different nozzles there, so you've got a body and then a head shower as well. So you can kind of get either one. Very convenient. My wife absolutely loved that. And you can see here, this is what I was talking about. This is one of the entrances to the bathroom, and it leads into the 2-queen bedroom. If we walk back out here, You've got the rounded table where you can sit and do all kinds of work. We did absolutely zero work, so we didn't have to worry about that. But if you wanted to grab some food, bring it back, have a place to sit and eat, you can certainly do that. And just showing some of the lighting fixtures here, it was very nice. Again, a good combination of colors and finishes overall in the room. And there's my wife. There are the room keys that have the red circle stickers on them. She was not very happy about that. So we got our scarlet letter, right? We got it marked with red stickers. But we got marked because we had to show our vaccination card. But that's what those are. You've got a TV in this room, and obviously a very comfortable couch and footrest area. And she, I think, took at least one, maybe two naps on that couch while she was here. So we can vouch it was very comfortable. You saw the thermostat on the wall. The thermostat worked very well. I always like to mention that because we've had issues with thermostats in other places that we've stayed at where it either doesn't get hot enough or doesn't get cold enough. That was not the case here. Even though we were told that there were no windows in the property, you could see over there on the other side of the room that there was indeed a window. And we'll take a look at that in just a second. You've got another large TV here. And then, just for my curiosity's sake, what is this short, small door here? I've got to know. I'm going to try to open it up. I don't know what's going to be in here. Let's give it a try. I'm a little bit nervous. Nope, not going to happen. I don't know what's in there, and you know what? I'm okay with that. There's a reason that that's locked, and maybe I don't really want to know. I'm sure it's nothing, though. All right, and here is the view from the smaller window. Again, this does let some light into the room. And for a room that we were told was an interior room with no windows when we got upgraded, we took it anyway, but this was a pleasant surprise to have an extra window. You don't really get a great view of anything, but at least lets some extra light in if you need that. Unlike most properties where the ironing board is hidden, tucked away in a closet, the original design of this building, I guess, didn't allow for them to have space to put that into a closet or anything like that, so it is out in the open, but it's hung up in a way that it's not going to fly around or anything like that. You've got your two queen beds. All right, so you do have a full-length mirror. This is helpful if you're trying to get ready, look snazzy for your big night out in New Orleans. And then this is the other door that I mentioned for an entrance to the bathroom. It is a barn door style door, and I just slammed it against the wall. Hopefully I didn't break it trying to show this to you, but you can see the mechanism there for how it slides back and forth if you want to use that door. So a couple different entrances there. It gives some more character to the room. I actually like those kind of doors. I think they're really neat. And just to give you an overall view, again, there is the bedroom that we just came from. And it's even got a chair on the other side. I didn't even mention that either, but that is there as well. And there's actually a little stool under this desk too if you wanted to sit at the small little desk in between the beds and use that stool. So overall, a very good sized room. We were very happy with it. And you know what? I've got my bourbon glass t-shirt, keeping it classy all the time. That's how I roll. That's how I do things. But very happy that we got the room upgrade again. We got this because we booked a standard room under my wife, who is a Hyatt Globalist, and we were upgraded upon check-in. Very excited to get that upgrade. Can't say enough about the actual room itself, the comfort, and this place is very, very quiet up on the top floor, and it being a small place to stay anyway, it was just quiet all the way around. Long story short, I was a very happy camper. Now, let's go out to dinner, okay? Right across the street is the Chophouse. And this is not a Cajun restaurant by any means. There's plenty of those out in New Orleans, so if you're looking for just a really good steak dinner, this is very, very good, all right? We may have had a cocktail or two. Of course, we keep it healthy and the salads and everything like that. That's really important. You know, weight control and staying in shape and eating extremely healthy is critical for me. And just ignore all the sour cream and butter and bacon and cheese and everything else going on that baked potato. That's, you know, I got to have a cheat day every now and then too, all right? So leave me alone. But they do have this tableside baked potato setup, which is always really helpful. Who doesn't like to watch that? So again, this isn't a place where I would say, okay, if you want authentic Cajun food, definitely go here. This is more of a, hey, let's go have a Valentine's dinner, which is what we did. This was our Valentine's dinner. Have a nice steak dinner at a place that's right across the street from the Eliza Jane. It takes little to no effort to walk over there. It takes 2 seconds. It's literally right across the street. The steak was absolutely fantastic. This baked potato that has about 50 toppings on it was very good. I heard that onions were very healthy for you, so I ordered a tower of onion rings as well. Also, for any kids out there watching, make sure you eat your greens and your spinach, which is why we got the cream spinach there. So again, that's healthy, right? It's got spinach in it, it's green. I don't know. My wife really enjoyed this. We had some wine, we had some cocktails, and when we were finished, all we had to do was go right across the street to the Eliza Jane. Overall, we were very happy with the property. We really enjoyed our trip to New Orleans. We had way too much food. I may have had a hurricane from Pat O'Brien's. I didn't have two because I'm smart. But the gumbo, the sandwiches, the Creole, everything else in between was absolutely fantastic. If you get a chance, I also highly recommend that you take one of the cemetery tours. They do some really unique stuff down in New Orleans, to say the least, when it comes to that. But very cool. You can see my wife's a little bit scared there. Yikes. We saw Frozen on Broadway while we were here as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to be awesome and give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts. We will be doing more property reviews, more trip reviews, and everything in between. And I look forward to seeing all of you on the next episode of The Brandon Boyd Show. We'll see you soon.